What's going on? Faden, yo yo. Michael, what's up, what's up? The white shirt, Eeyore. How you all doing tonight? Sorry y'all, a little late today. I had to do Real Life Simulator 2020 and pay a damn electrician to come out and fix my my faulty wiring of my hot water heater. It was a very expensive lesson in humility, I assure you. What's going on there, pal? How you doing? Sticking with DD2? Nothing wrong with that. DD2 is a great game. But, I mean, you're going to want to play some DDA at some point, right? Let's get a little chill Glitterhelm build started. I am just beat down, man. I had to work, like do physical work yesterday, and I'm just not used to it. I'm so out of shape, it's just terrible. Going on, MSX, how you doing? What is the possibility of the game coming this holiday season to consoles? I think it's probably pretty good. I don't know, as far as like a straight percentage chance. Trying to get on the DD2 leaderboards. It's a shame they're kind of a joke, but yeah. Always fun to chase the leaderboards. We got enough coverage? Yeah, we got enough coverage. This is a build that the Ick posted up on the planner back, I want to say probably a month or two ago. It still works though, even with the recent changes. Go something like that. Yeah, you would think at least Switch would be out by then, at a minimum. What's going on, Ross? How you doing? It's pretty much the rinse and repeat of the exact same thing until you get to floor 945, Michael. Or 948, I think it is. It's what turned most people off of DD2, to be honest with you. It's kind of blah. It's literally the exact same thing for 500 hours. And then, after that, then you get to play the reroll game, where you sit there and re-roll floors for hours and hours and hours before you find a floor that you like. It's a bummer. It's a shame that it made it into the game in that form, but it's there. It's a great game, don't get me wrong. I'm just not a big fan of the onslaught mode. I debated on doing some more AP resets. Well, I mean, once you get a build set up specifically for siege rollers, then it's easy peasy. Siege rollers aren't too bad, though. See, do I want to go 4DU there? That seems like a little much. I think I can get away with 3DU here. Mikey C, what's going on? How you doing, man? Did you get your PS5 pre-ordered there, Mikey C? You all squared away in PS5ville? Something doesn't feel right there. Well, long shot. Remember, the game is not a game of mods, it's a game of shards and using the correct defenses. So, I mean, long shot, just take any tower and put it as far away from the spawn as possible. Let it hit it at its maximum range, you know? See, am I gonna have enough DU for all this? We will see. What's going on there, Andrew? Strong American accent, and I'm not even American. How odd. I mean, I'm American. I can't say I'm not. I've lived here the bulk of my life. But we moved here when I was about 12, I want to say. No, I'm from Northern Ireland. I was born in Belfast. Let's see here. Get rid of that little sticker. Don't need the sticker. I feel like I'm missing something here, though. I definitely feel like I'm missing something. I got 12 DU left. What could I possibly be missing? Well, I need a reflect beam. I could get some shocks in up here. Some shocks. Oh, I'm missing the R stack in the middle. Derp. So I'm 1 DU heavy. Actually, I'm several DU heavy. I need to shave off some DU here. I need a Aura stack right up here, basically. Let me get rid of this for the moment, since I'm going to be able to just fire into that lane, basically. That would actually get me, I bet. And then 3 reflect beams. Yeah, good call there, Thaden. Good call. I'm looking forward to it too there, Mikey C. That's the biggest thing for me, is going to be able to play on all consoles, which is something, you know, DD2 just didn't offer, you know. I mean, you could if you had like 1,000,000 hours a day to spend. Let's see, we need striking. That's sturdy. Where is the old striking at? Let's see. Speedy. Speedy. Sturdy. What the hell? Did I sell striking? Oh my god. Did I or it's on somebody else is what it is. It's probably on my Squire. There it is. What? Oops, wrong monk. Let's say, might as well get a little bit of XP going here too. I do have a few lobes that I never bothered leveling yet. See, we'll get trash tier loot, and then we'll get useless. Those heroes are needed, right? Alright, get striking in there. We got 11,000 to spend. What do we want to do? We have some upgrades I think would be nice. Couple of D's, couple of Dim. Let's throw 1 on both of these R's. I thought PlayStation actually... Wasn't PlayStation saying really early that everything, if it runs on PS4, it will run on PS5? I could have swore that they were saying that. In fact, I think like it's a requirement. If you're launching on PS5 or on PS4 right now, I think it's a requirement that your game run on PS5. I'm not positive on that, but I thought so. Or was I misinformed? I thought that was like one of PlayStation's marketing things right up front. Maybe, but that's not what it's looking like. Yeah, I could have swore they said that. I mean, I may be wrong. Wobby! What's going on there, Wobby? They confirmed that 99.9% of PS4 games will be on PS5. That's pretty fair. I mean, it would have to be a pretty niche issue, you would think, to make it where it wouldn't play the game, right? Let me turn these numbers off. There's going to be some eye bleeding here. I'm excited to see what happens. Now it's going to be a while until... crap, man. I caught the busy siren. I guess I'll have to kill it. It's going to be a while probably until I can get a console. Get in one of the new ones. I debated on signing up for that monthly thing from Xbox. But I'm not 100% sure that I want to do that yet. What's going on there, Cole? How you doing? It's like these DSTs should be targeting these copters a little bit better. I'm doing good. I had a kind of a rough last couple of days doing some home repairs and whatnot, but besides that, doing good. I got mixed emotions on the little gilded skins there, Storm Dragon. I mean, they look cool. But it's one of those things where it feels like, I don't know, it feels like it could be a little bit shinier. When do I think DDA will come to next-gen consoles? I have no idea. I think that we'll know before the end of the year. I think it'll be on Switch before the end of the year. And I think we'll know about the other consoles prior to the end of the year. We'll have to see. Well, they don't know. I mean, you got to realize that not only is it a small indie dev team, it's a small indie dev team where like every employee is doing like 3 or 4 different jobs. So, I mean, you got producers doing marketing and engineers doing community stuff and I mean, they could realistically, I mean, obviously you got to have the money to afford it, but they could realistically double the size of their staff and it wouldn't hurt anything. That's for damn sure. I mean, other than their bank account, because they'd have to pay the people. But yeah, it's just a small team. I mean, they just don't know. Nat said that it takes about 6 weeks to go through the initial Switch approval. And that when it gets submitted, when they get the game to a stable enough point where they could submit it for the initial Switch dealing, that he will let people know. So I mean, we'll know, you know, I mean, we'll have at least a 6-week notice, at least. Yeah, you just sit here. As long as it's not a physical ogre, the DSTs will kill it. I'm using a striking gemstone, so striking is the increased range. So the DSTs are hitting everywhere on the map. But that particular ogre I got there was a physical immune ogre, so the DSTs weren't doing anything. But yeah, you can just ignore them if they're at one of the other lanes. If you leave, you can leave the stack, but you're going to be better off if you stay on the stack at least until all the copters are gone. If all the copters are gone, then yeah, run around and do whatever you want, you know? Do y'all thing. Like to get a nice giraffe today. I got a decent rock the other day. I mean, it's not a great rock, but it's certainly not a bad rock. I got this bad boy right here. Sadly, the lowest roll on it was the power stat. But yeah, I found that a couple days ago. So, I mean, that was an upgrade. It's all about that rock grind now. I mean, once you get a pretty basic set of gear from Glitterhelm, and you get some weapons from Throne Room and Summit. I mean, realistically, you could just sit there and grind the Demon Lord. You're not going to get any armor upgrades at that point if you're already geared in glitter gear. But getting a good high-quality rock is like what it's all about. This is Dungeon Defenders Awakened there, Cole. It's the newest Dungeon Defenders game. Let's see, where's Mr. Ogre at? I don't see him. What the heck? How can I not see him? Something's hitting the core somewhere. We had a poison siren down there. I bet that's what it is. What do we got going on here? We got something foul. It's not down here. It's got to be down here because of that poison ogre, right? Or the poison siren. Oh, there's the ogre. The ogre's cleaving the core is what's happening. I don't have it back far enough. I don't have the wall back far enough. That's alright, that's easy fix. Get back up here and get back on these DSTs. You got a 900 all builder stats, nice. They go up to like 1200. I mean, I don't have any that are that good, but I've seen other people that had them that good. Yeah, it feels like I don't have the DSTs positioned right here or something. They should be hitting those copters. We're gonna have to move that wall down there. Back it away from the core a little. We get another ground ogre over there. It's GG's on that lane. Maybe my striking is on an Aura or something. It looks like they're on the DSTs, but it's hard to tell. I could have strikings hitting the Auras or something, then the DSTs just aren't reaching. That is a possibility. So how's Friday night going for you all? Probably going to play a little Hades later, I'm not positive. That game is so insanely fun. It's addicting as hell. The runs are relatively quick. So... Oh, you got the storms coming? It's raining pretty bad here, well, I mean, but we don't have anything, too massive. No hail or anything. We got some heavy wind today and a lot of rain. Hades is a good game. I normally am not a big fan of roguelikes, but it is a very good game. I mean, you'll sink 100 hours into it, there's no doubt. It'll take you quite a few hours to get your first win, and then once you got your first win and you start feeling things out a little bit better, they'll start getting smoother and smoother, and it's got like an endless progression system where you can keep upping the difficulty. You add heat to the runs, and then every time the rewards, like for killing a boss or whatever, are called bounties, and every time you up the heat, you reset all the bounties, and all the bounties are tied to weapons. So like, you know, one of the resources you have to collect is this Titan blood, and you get a Titan blood for killing the first boss and the last boss with each weapon, and you got, you know, a choice of weapons. So you go through and kill it on each weapon and you'll get one of the blood. Well, then after you beat the game, it unlocks a way for you to raise the heat level. Oh crap, man, I lost all kinds of stuff, didn't even notice. And then you raise the heat level, it resets all those, so you can go back and, you know, you can go back and earn more of the blood. I've got a bunch of the unlocks now. I don't have everything unlocked, but I've got a bunch of the unlocks now. It's super fun, it really is. Did I lose? No. What else did I end up losing here? We're solid there. Did I lose an aura or something? No, we got everything here. It must be down this other end. Well, some of the stuff is per run and some of it is permanent. So like the boons that you get that are buffs from the gods, those are per run, and that's where the roguelike element comes in. And then like the blood and the stuff you get from the bounties, those are account unlocks. So then you'll you know, you'll get the unlocks on your account itself. Alright, so I had it too close to the core was the problem, and the ogre was cleaving it. So let's get it way up in here this time. Is that 3DU? Yeah, there's 3DU. That should be far enough away. What's going on there, Rise? How you doing, man? Welcome back. But yeah, it is a super fun game. I would definitely, and you guys know I'm not a big roguelike guy. If you like roguelikes, that game is amazing. If you are not necessarily a fan of roguelikes, but you like heavily action-oriented ARPGs, you're gonna love the game, even though it's a roguelike. And then, I don't know, it's definitely a good game. They did a great job with it. I can't speak highly enough. I mean, I can tell you I've had multiple 4 or 5 a.m. nights with my just one more thing going and end up looking at the clock and it's like 5 a.m. and the sun's about to come up. I've had a bunch of those since I picked that up. There's a bunch of games that are upcoming that look pretty good. There's a bunch of survival games. It's weird. It's like it's the era of survival all of a sudden. We just had Grounded hit not that long ago. There's that Night of the Dead, which is really, really cool. I streamed that with Joe a little bit on Twitch, but I definitely want to play that more. That one's still in development, so it's still got a ways to go. But definitely super, super fun. There's another survival game releasing on October 1st. I can't remember the name of it. That, anyway, it's on my Steam wish list. It's, you know, it looked interesting enough where I put it on my wish list, you know. But yeah, there's a lot of good survival games right now. And I tell you what, every one of them makes me want to do another playthrough of The Long Dark. As The Long Dark's just it's such an awesome game. Oh, well, the farm's not going anywhere, Rise. You know that. One thing, Dungeon Defenders games are never short on the farm. There is plenty of grind to be had. Just no doubt about it. That, or now it's fire immune. I could go up there and repair that wall up the way. I caught the siren out, might as well just kill her. She got loot anyway. Give me that loot, lady. Thank you very much. There's something blue in there. That ogre up the way, I kind of feel like I need to go up there and give that some attention, but I know the DSTs will get it eventually. It's just a matter of waiting for them. And they're busy plugging away at the copters now. Warframe's a great game. There's nothing wrong with that. How do you hit so much on my monk. Well, I was boosted. That may have been what you were talking about. This is a hero boost monk. So other than my health stat, my second biggest attribute is boost. Gemstones are all situational, depending on what you want to do at the time. Like right now, I want these DSTs to have map-wide range, so I'm using a striking gemstone, which is the range one. All in all, the most used is probably going to be speedy, but they're situational. You know, sturdy can come in handy. Speedy is probably the most used. Striking, I want to say, is probably the second most used, but it's a niche thing. You have to need that for that specific build. And then the power one is great for 2-player or in a group if you've got multiple boosters. Like if you were doing this build 2-player, what you would want to do is have your second player be an apprentice with a speedy. And then the apprentice could overcharge the towers, and the speedy gemstone would give a speed buff. If I was using speedy right now and I didn't need the range, then you would have the apprentice with one of the power gemstones to give you, you know, make it hit harder. But yeah, the monk apprentice are the definitely fantastic partners as far as buffing goes. A nice lightsaber, not very high roll. Come on, loot, where you at? Gotta be something good on this map, right? I mean, I could just auto loot and wait and look for it, but it's so nice to see it laying on the ground. Let's check out my giraffe here. See what kind of shiny giraffe we got up in this box. Well, it's blue. I can see that much so far. Come on! 1,000 plus all stats. Ah, not a very good giraffe. I mean, it's a keeper. I'll keep it to give it away. Wow, once trading becomes a thing. That's a decent piece. It's probably not an upgrade for any of my characters, but it is a good piece. Let's see what we got laying down here. If you're 3-player, then, I mean, the ideal combo is a boost monk and a huntress, and then the 3rd player, you could have the 3rd player on a squire to tank for you guys and make just every map just completely trivial. 3-player, 2 or 3-player is the sweet spot, really. 4-player, the mob health goes up really, really high. Soloing is rough in Massacre mode. Rise, there's no doubt there, but it does get easier. Once you get over the hump and you kind of learn how everything operates, solo definitely gets much easier. But it's tough at first, for sure. Alright, did I get anything else that was good? That's poo. Vitality, attack, agility, casting, and skill. If it didn't have agility and it had boost instead, that would be a damn fine piece. Alright, Mikey, take it easy. Thanks for swinging by, man. Have a wonderful night. Just starting Massacre? Fair enough. Fair enough. Oh, wow, trash tier loot is 93 now. Getting up there, huh? And useless is 76. One of these days I'm going to have a use for those characters. Hoping before long we get some new ones. Alright, what next? Well, let's get a little Demon Lord going. Do I have my Squire geared right now? Let me look. Looks like it. Yep. He just needs a pet. So let's get a little Demon Lord action. We're going to use striking again here. I love that striking build that that Aramir posted up. Still need to level everyone to 83. Fair enough. That's it's all part of the grind, you know. You'll get there. It won't be long. It won't be long, and you'll be decked out, playing all the toughest stuff there, Rise. Dizzy, what's up, what's up? Let's see, what do we want to do? Do I want to do it the normal way? Did I already get a... or no, didn't get a shrink drain yet. Let's see, the normal way I would do it. You know what, let me spread these out. Let me be a good example and not stack the R's directly on top of each other. Yep, that's gas. Or I want Inferno here. Where do we want the gas? Put the gas. Well, let's just put the gas up here. I don't care if the gas gets buffed. Let's see. What else do we want? We want a Thunder Spike. We want a Healing Aura. We want a crap ton of DSTs. Doing pure strat Glitterhelm. Nice, nice. Man, look at the wonky placement. Terrible. Just terrible. Come on, little DST, you can do it. Here we go. A little bit wonked on that one too, but I'll live with it. I think it'll be alright. It's a little, they're a little off center, but it'll be alright. As long as they're all getting buffed, right? Who we got here? That's the wife. Give me 1 sec, y'all. Alright, sorry about that, y'all. We had an electrician had to come out to the house today, and she was getting the skinny. The skinny on the electrician. My day's good there, Michael. No complaints. See, I got 6 DU left. Where do I want to spend the 6? I mean, I've got all the stuff, right? Well, I mean, we can get a reflect beam down, I guess. That'll be helpful. Oh, I need a buff beam, too, is what it is. So let's go with a big boy reflect. Like that. And then we'll get a buff beam up in here. Actually, you know, if I put it back here, can I get that? Or nah, I don't need to worry about getting that gas trap. Let's just put it out here. You're playing the monk, but you can't do DPS on it. Hit your boost ability. You're not going to do much damage unless you're boosting. See, we need to get that striking back, right? The monk's all about the boost. So upgrade your weapon into elemental damage, and then pop your boost when you need the big DPS. Where you at? No, not monk. There we go. And we're going to use the striking again. Now this time, instead of sitting on the DSTs, we're going to be sitting on these 4 traps here. So this Inferno trap and these 3 auras. We want this stuff getting the striking bonus. And what that's going to do is it's going to make the range of my electric aura go all the way to every spawn. So it's going to be an electric aura spawn camp, basically. Got that upped all the way. Let's hit the... Throw a couple of ups on all this. And then I'll dump everything else into the auras here. Now the deal, when you do make your auras all big like that, they're gonna drain quick. So you do have to watch them and keep them repaired. Actually, let's just throw a bunch of ups in. And then we're not going to use any walls. So all ogres should aggro to me. And just chillax it out here. And make sure you're standing close to your auras and your inferno there. And then just buff it out. Basically, it's the sit and wait strategy. You gotta sit here and wait for everything to come to you. But yeah, I got the big old fatty auras going, which is nice. Just kind of ignoring all the sirens. I don't need the loot from this map. All I care about is the victory chest and my super snazzy rock pet that's going to be up in there. Super snazzy rock pet. So I'm just waiting for ogres to come. Here's our first ogre, our second ogre. So the ogres, you don't really need to aggro very heavily. They'll come to you real easily. Let's see, will this guy just come to me naturally? Yeah, see, like that guy just walked right over to me naturally without me even hitting him. This one wants to go that way, so I'll go tickle him a little. Get a little tickle on this guy too. And one of those is physical, so the physical one is going to take forever to kill. That's alright. And then just chillaxing it out. This guy will die eventually. There he goes. Keep some repairs going on the auras. The reason I separated the auras is to make it really easy to repair. So that's the right aura, that's the middle aura, that's the left aura, and there's no fishing around in the sky for them. I know exactly where the aura's at for repairs. Throw an upgrade on that Thunder Spike. So our priorities for upgrades now are going to be the Thunder Spikes and the DSTs. Every upgrade we get into that Thunder Spike and DSTs is going to be more boss damage. And those DSTs and that Thunder Spike are going to 100% kill the Demon Lord with me doing nothing but standing here being a super right-click warrior. Let these spooters die off here. We got juice all over the place. I almost played with a controller today. My hands are a little tore up. I don't do a whole lot of physical labor anymore. I'm old man now. You know, I'm past that stage of my life. And I did a whole lot of physical labor yesterday. I'm talking like hours and hours worth. And I feel like an old man that just did hours and hours and hours of physical labor. It definitely hurts in all the wrong spots. But my hands are really sore and swollen today. So I debated on plugging the controller in and playing, but I'll do that another day. You guys will laugh at me. Watching me try to use a controller should be very entertaining for you. Nothing really to worry about yet. Just kind of chillax it out here until some ogres come. Yeah, well, as soon as we know on the Switch, I'm going to switch over and play with a controller all the time. Sacred Cow. That way I'm not a complete nub when it comes Switch Day. I've been playing Hades with a controller, but that game is definitely designed for a controller, you know? In a year or so. Oof. Oof. Oh, it'll be before then, Sacred Cow. It'll be before then. There's gonna be some rage if not. There will be some people pissed. Chromatic comes out and says it's gonna be another year. Oh man. It will be like the revolution. But I'm confident it's not going to be another year. Like I said, I think we're going to know something. I think we'll at least know a date for Switch within the next month or so. I'm using a striking there, oh great Sith Lord. I'm using a striking gemstone, so my auras are going all the way to the spawns. Every spawn, it's covering. You can see the little zappies down there on those guys in the sides. Those are probably the farthest away. It's not yet, but it will be, Cashto. No news on when. At some point. It's going to be the most anticipated and most viewed video of 2020. Is the video I put up when I actually have console launch dates and can tell people. There's a lot of people waiting, you know. Far more than there is PC players right now, for sure. DDA is a great game. The problem when you're taking an opinion from the community is, first off, the Dungeon Defenders community is very, very passionate about their games. So it's the same thing with DD2. People that love DD1 generally don't like DD2. People that love DD2 generally don't like DD1. If you look at all of the Dungeon Defenders games on their own merit, they're all great games. DD1, DD2, DDA, I mean, they're all great games. But that's not how, as Dungeon Defenders players, that's not how we look at games. Everything's got to be as good as the first one, or everything's got to be as good as the second one. You're new to DD2, any tips? Yeah, grind shards. It's the only thing in the game that matters is shards. Get the right shards. DD2 100% is a game of shards. Without shards, nothing else happens. So get the shards you need. Alright, I need to change anything for the boss? I don't think so. We'll just let it fly here. Yeah, I mean, it's a good thing, and I know it's a trying thing for Chromatic. It's a good thing that they created games that people are so passionate about and people care so much about. That's a very, very good problem to have. The downside of it is we are fussy. We will let them know when we don't like something. And that's something that they have to overcome, you know. But all in all, it really is. It's a great problem for a developer to have. There's only really 3 shards in the game that matters there, Alarm. That's Deadly Strikes, Destruction, and Defense Rate. If you have those 3 shards on all your defenses, you'll progress through 90% of the game without any problems. It's the most important thing. Destruction from Chaos 1, Deadly Strikes from Chaos 2, and Defense Rate from Chaos 3. Shard packs are still 56 gems, are they? Damn, that's been a long time. I mean, that's just a sign right there that there's no changes coming anytime soon. DD2 is a finished product. The sooner we all recognize that, the better off we'll all be. There's a lot of players out there that really, really think there's going to be a DD2 update, and there's just not. I mean, I hope there is. I'm one of those people that are still optimistic, you know. The A stands for Awakened. Dungeon Defenders Awakened. Because it's the newest game. If you're playing the 8-year-old game, you wouldn't know about the brand new game, the Alarms. But this is the one that's still not fully released yet. That's just on PC only right now. Well, I mean, it is fully released, but it's a glorified early access at this point. Basic features of the game are not in yet. They'll be in before it hits consoles, but they're not in today. It's a game in development. Grab some of this stuff. If you played DD1 and you really loved it, there is no doubt you will love DDA. DD2 and DD1 are very, very different games. So you may end up not liking DD2. You may end up loving DD2, you know. But this game is much, much more like DD1 than it is DD2. As far as like the loot systems and just the grind in general. DD2 being a free-to-play game it's free to grind or pay your way through, you know. Come on, Mr. Demon Lord. Come over here and let my DSTs pew pew on you. Wow, man. 100 million gone already. Hasn't even made it to me yet. That's crazy. Come on, dude. Get over here. His DSTs are putting in work. Am I going to get him before the ogres get here? We'll have to see. Don't be close. Nah, there won't be any of that. Not this year. Hopefully down the road there will be, but there definitely will not be any seasonal events this year. The game's not even finished yet. I mean, they don't have base systems in the game yet, so it would be a huge mistake for them to put any of their efforts into a holiday event when they don't have player trading yet, you know. I mean, I think down the road it has the potential to, so like next year, but definitely not this year. Alright, I want to open the box on a Huntress. We'll just grab this one. What do we got? We got a cat. We got a crappy demon horn. Got a crappy cat, too. 63% start. What does that go up to? Let's see. No vitality on it either. It's just a bummer of a cat right there. Not going to go up very high either. Nope. It's a POS kitty. Poor kitty. Not even 100%. Boo. We will not spend any gold on that one. We will just get rid of it. See, I mean, that's a fine piece for someone just starting out. That's a great piece right there. Your best cat goes to 118. My best Massacre cat is 122. Let's see. Where's it at? Where are you at, little kitty? I must have it equipped somewhere. Oh, it's on my EV. It goes to 122. I'll show you. This is my best kitty. They're 121. Not too bad. The gold skins are from Kickstarter. From medium, it's probably not going to be very good, Spud. I wouldn't sweat it. I mean, save it until you get a better one, but that's not going to be a very good gemstone. Basically, gemstones, most of them are going to cap out around 91% of whatever they're giving. You see, like this one this one went up to 101%. Most of them that you find are not going to go this high. This one was from campaign. It was from Massacre campaign, though. Oh, the crystals. The rift skins, or the crystalline skins are from... I'd have to look again. It's very confusing, their skin situation.
The Huntress?
I think the crystalline skins were from the pre-orders made after the Kickstarter. I'm not even positive on that. Let me see. I can look real quick. Let's see. See if I can find it. Alright. Okay, let's see. The Corrupted Gunwitch. Where you at, Skins? I'm looking through their Kickstarter page right now. Okay, the gold ones are from the Kickstarter. So, like, here, I'll show you all of them. Well, we can just go right through it here. Let's see. So, the Rift skins were... I think everyone in the Kickstarter got that. Then the Shadow skins were given out for the people that had paid $39.99 for the game, and then they lowered the price to $29.99. So all of the people that paid the extra $10, they made that skin for them. The gold skin is from the Kickstarter, and then the crystalline skin is from the pre-orders after the Kickstarter. So basically, if you backed them on Kickstarter with one of the higher tiers, you're going to get everything. because they never gave, like, they had the Kickstarter thing available, and then they never gave people an option from the Kickstarter to upgrade when they released these crystalline skins. So these crystal skins were given to the Kickstarter people also, because the people who wanted to buy them couldn't buy them. So they just gave them to everybody instead. Oh, I got my palettes down easy. There's only one color that matters there, Raiden. Here, we'll look at Beamer here. There's only one palette that matters, and that's this one right here for the orange. You got to get your oranges in. So S and V, you want all the way to the right, and then H is going to vary depending on the tone that you're looking for. But yeah, you got to have your oranges, right? Oranges are very important. I wish that they would have made these like the crystal skins so you could change them. Somebody brought that up today on their dev stream. It would be really cool if you could change the colors of these. Actually, you can kinda, but not really. Hard to get that orange. Huh. I'll have to find the exact color code I want. Oh, you can change the color of them. Somebody was asking earlier about it, and I mean, it only changed like the highlight. Well, I mean, I would agree they're slick not, but on the same note, they didn't have to do this at all. That was just to appease the people that paid $39 instead of $29. So it's tough to really expect too much out of that skin. I mean, they don't look terrible on this screen. They don't look fantastic. Oops. God dang it. But, I mean, they don't look terrible. But I hear you. I do hear you. They got a little heavy on the particle effects, and I mean, that one was obviously one that was very easy to implement, you know. The same could be said for the crystalline armor, to be honest. It's just a straight up blanket, you know. They took a texture that was already in the game and they blanketed the skins with them. So, I mean, in reality, you could really just say the same thing for sure. Alright, what next? Let's do a little Royal Gardens. Where's my Monkaliciousness? There we go. Get some traps, too. Well, yeah, I mean, there's regional pricing. It's $29.99 on the Steam store in the US. But, you know, regional pricing is regional pricing. Maybe Royal Gardens will have the super heavy-duty fat special loot today. The best loot that I've gotten so far, literally every piece, just about. Like, my highest end pieces all came from Royal Gardens here. Well, yeah, like I said, it's regional pricing, Torment. I'm in the US, so I'm giving you US pricing. If you're not in the US, you know, you're going to get whatever that works out to as far as the exchange rate goes. So when I say it's $29.99, it's $29.99 US dollars, you know. But we're not all in the US, obviously. Yeah, I gotta wrecked. You guys know wrecked. He's in Nepal, and boy, the exchange rates in Nepal are just really friendly. If I wouldn't get busted so quick, I would love to just have wrecked buy a bunch of games for me, because it would be way cheaper, you know. But I would get nailed so quick. Steam is so onto that. I know I've got another friend, I won't call him out by name, but I've got another friend that basically did that with Warframe and got busted, ended up losing his Warframe account over it. It's like, oof. Had a friend that was in somewhere where the regional pricing was a lot better, you know? Yeah, it's I think some games you can get away with it and some games you can't. You know, it depends on the company and whether or not they're like enforcing any of that kind of stuff, you know. I can tell you that Digital Extremes is definitely onto that stuff with the platinum purchases. You know, like some people, the price of platinum will be like way lower than what it is for me with like a 75% discount if I got the 75% platinum coupon in Warframe. But yeah, they're on to you there in Warframe though. They are on to them shenanigans. Ollie, what's going on, man? How you doing? Just chilling a little bit today. I'm a little beat up, man. A lot of physical work the last few days, and my body is not recovered, you know. Oops, did I hit that at 4 or 5? It's 4. Good. Grab us a little... This time I think we'll use Speedy. Rid of that. Sure these are both getting buffed. Looks like they are. Oops. Good enough. Looks like they're all getting buffed. Is the monk the only one who can build elemental DPS? Nah, it depends on the weapon for everyone else. Most of the characters you wouldn't want elemental DPS. Because remember, physical is just another element. So, like, as far as between, like, fire or physical damage, it's the same. But, like, if you were using the Spitfire gun on a Huntress, this is a heavy elemental damage weapon. The elemental damage scales really huge with this gun. So you would want, to upgrade this one as elemental. So, like, for the EV, it's a natural because you can switch between physical and elemental. See, let's grab Boosty. Let's grab some of those other heroes again. We'll grab Useless and Trash Tier Loot. And then I want a speedy gemstone this time. There's one right there. So the monk, the reason you want to always do elemental on the monk is because the monk's hero boost, so my boost ability, also scales elemental damage. And that's why you would want to do elemental on the monk. Probably hit these auras a couple times. But yeah, man, Royal Gardens is where the loot is at, it seems like. Now, part of that, too, is, you know, remember, Glitterhelm has the highest loot scaling. So the highest potential loot is from Glitterhelm, period. But the ranges are really, really wide. And another aspect of that is how many mobs there are. And you notice, like, this map has got 1,800 mobs single player at wave 23. So it's got a pretty decent mob count, which means it's got a really good chance of, well, I mean, it's just got more chances to get the higher the loot. What's going on there, that one kid? It's going good, man. I've been streaming mainly on Twitch lately. I still got mixed emotions there. I would rather stream mainly, I would rather do everything on YouTube, because YouTube is, you know, YouTube is how I make a living. You know, Twitch is just really super convenient to stream on. But with Twitch, I'm dependent on, you know, donations and stuff like that to be able to make any money. To feed the cat. Cat wants to eat, you know? Damn cat. Royal Gardens gives you old Nightmare Prom vibes. Yeah, no doubt there. No doubt, Ollie. Yeah, I mean, RNG is RNG. Torment, but I think that's part of it, is the mob counts. There's just more opportunities for a high quality piece to drop on Gardens, but I mean, literally all of my best pieces came from Royal Gardens. I've gotten high pieces from Glitterhelm, but they haven't had all the right stats, or there's been some issue. Like, I got I think a 417 or a 416 was the highest piece I've gotten. 417 ups. But it didn't have the right stats. It doesn't matter how good of a piece it is. If it doesn't have the right stats, it doesn't have the right stats, right? But this map has definitely been kind to me. And like Ollie just mentioned, it's very chill. You know, you're not having to sweat it out so bad like you do on some of the other maps. Well, I mean, all the maps are pretty chill once you get geared out. But until you get to that point. I'm looking forward to it too, Tyler. I can't wait. Xbox, PlayStation, Switch. I'm going to be playing on every console on launch day, and that is just... I am super stoked about that. There's no doubt. Lots and lots of mobs on this map, though. Yeah, I'm using a speedy. Using a speedy there, Phil. See, now that I know it's you. I've just, this entire time, I've always thought that Raiden and the Sith Lord were two totally different people. But now I know. Now I know it's you. Speaking of Sith Lords, we should have some Mandalorian coming soon, right? Isn't the next season coming soon? Within a few weeks, I thought? When's Mandalorian Season 2 coming? I'm hoping that streaming service I used through the U.S. Navy got it last time. I'm assuming they'll get it again. because they had season 1. But I'm really hoping, because I don't have access to that Disney Plus stuff. Cover blown, indeed. We're gonna see some shinies laying around, yeah. Tyler, thank you so much for subscribing. I do appreciate it. Oh, we all know. It's all about the Baby Yoda. You know? Something wonky with tooltips, too, looking at stuff on the ground. Sometimes it takes forever for stuff to pop out. This map is rough. Their bowl cut. It's way bright. But in addition to that, I've got the graphics turned all the way down. That way, it's running smooth for the stream. There's more contrast between the bushes and the grass when you turn the graphics quality up. But yeah, this map is like, get your sunglasses. Is the lead actor Baby Yoda? Pretty much. I mean, not really, but pretty much. I don't know that dude's name. The guy that plays the actual Mandalorian. I can tell you what, though, that scene with him... am I going to spoil anything? I'm not going to spoil anything. That scene with him fighting the mountain in Game of Thrones is the most badass shit I've ever seen in my life. That dude has got some moves, man. He has got some crazy moves. Now, I wonder if that was him or was that a stunt double? You know, was that some super badass Thai Kung Fu super ninja, or was that actually him with all them crazy moves in Game of Thrones? It was one of the coolest one-on-one fight scenes I've seen in any movie, I think, though. I think it was pretty awesome. Supposedly the guy who plays him quit. Well, he's in this season, right? Yeah, I mean, that one's pretty easy to replace. Other than his voice, he doesn't, you know, he leaves his helmet on. He's got to be a true Mandalorian. You can't take the helmet off unless you kill him. He's got to be true to the Mandalorian action. I don't know. I think they did a good job with it. I think Baby Yoda was like instant score. I mean, that was like, you know, or was there a writer that was involved with that? Or did someone from marketing? I don't know. Connection is dropping a bit here, y'all. Come on, connection, you can do it. Did it come back? Not yet. Alright, looks like it's recovering now. Nah, that one looks like it was on my end there. I'm not sure what happened there, but the connection just completely died down to 0. It's weird, though, because I never lost chat. That's what always makes me wonder. No connection means you got no connection, right? How would I still have chat? Ah. Uh-oh. What do we got going on? Oh, that was an ogre cleave, wasn't it? Yeah, it was just an ogre cleave, no biggie. Well, it looks like it's recovered now. Does everything look good to you all now on the stream? Or does it look wonked? There's another, I've got another option I'm looking at for streaming too, since my connection is suspect. I'm relying on Elon at this point. I need old Elon to get them satellites flying and hook me up with some quality internet. Go, go, Elon. Well, the problem here is I live in an old, really old town with an old infrastructure. And the local cable company is like the best internet service around. But it's unbonded networks. So I get a really good download speed, but my upload speed is just terrible. Well, I mean, a 15-second delay is nothing. Twitch by default is 12 seconds. YouTube is normally about 8 seconds for me. But you can't tell what the delay is anyway. You'd have to be sitting here in my room, knowing when I'm saying something to be able to judge it. But, yeah, I mean, if it's only 10 seconds, that's nothing. That's good stuff there. I'm more concerned with the frames, you know, if the frames start dropping. I've got it set at low latency is why I get the relatively good response time now. Alright, wave 25. Give me some fancy loot. I looted 2 items. Well, I looted 1 item. Those bracers are probably trash. Trash tier loot. Well, that's the thing. I mean, you have no way of telling that. Without having a webcam going and seeing my lips move, you guys, no one on the viewer end can ever know truly what the delay is. It's impossible to know. I mean, you would have to, literally, like you said, you'd have to be sitting here in the room with me and know when I actually said something. They have gigabit internet, but the upload is 20 megs. Youch. Pick a movie for you? Easy there, Dans. Dune, man. Dune. You got the remake coming. You need to watch the old Dune and get it all fresh in your mind. Watch all 3 of them. Watch the original Dune. Watch the remake of Dune. Then watch the Children of Dune. And then when Dune comes out this December, you will be set, man. I am so stoked about that. I cannot wait. I cannot picture a better person to play Raban than Dave Bautista. The dude just emanates. He just emanates Raban. He's gonna do. I hope they give him some lines, and he's just not some big brute that shows up every now and then, because he will do such an amazing job in that role. I'm looking forward to him more than anything else in the whole movie. And that's not even what the movie's about. He's the bad guy. But he's going to be such a great bad guy. It's going to be awesome. Going to be awesome. I started watching that Ratchet thing on Netflix the other night. The one you switch to has 1500 down and like 950 up. Well, I mean, that's awesome. I get 150 down, but I only get about 5 up, is the problem here where I live. But since I do have such a good download speed, I've been debating on trying out one of those Shadow Tech servers. I don't know anything about it, but I do know that people use it for streaming. I've actually got a friend that actually uses it with Stadia even to stream, and he says he has really good results. It's like $15 for a month. I might just buy a month just to check it out and see. I can always cancel it, you know, if it's not right for me. There's some good builds up on the planner, Dan. If you just hit escape and then go to build suggestions, it'll take you to some planner builds. I don't remember exactly the build I used, but I will pop in and show you all here in a minute. They just look so weird. Yeah, it takes a little getting used to for sure. I mean, it's a really awesome tool, though. I'm super glad they had it. I wish they had it for DD2. If they would have had that for DD2, it's an unlimited amount of content for a content creator. Because I can go through and rate people's builds. You know, run the build, see how smoothly it runs. You know, obviously I'm not going to give anybody a bad rating. I just won't do a video on their build if it sucks. But DD2 is not about the gear is the thing. It's about shards and mods. The gear that you put them on are just a container to hold your shards and mods. It's kind of a bummer, really, but there's no loot in DD2 that's important. Alright, got a godly. It's better than the godly I just got for Glitterhelm, but it's still not very good. Those will go up to about 1,200 on each stat. I haven't seen any of them that high, but I've seen other people get them. It's the story of my life. Other people's loot. Alright, let's pop out of here. I'll pop into Ramparts and see. I can't remember exactly what I did there, but I'll try to remember what I did on the ramps. Take a peek at the loot real quick too. See if we got anything there. See, where would it start? It's gonna start right here, right? That's junk. That's junk. That's not very good. Junk. Well, I mean, that's not the right stats. It's got vitality, attack, skill boost. I mean, this would be good as like a last resort. It doesn't have all 4 builder stats, so in my opinion, it's instantly thrown out as far as a builder piece. But that's not too shabby from Throne Room, right? Yeah, Godly's the highest tier right now. Alright, let's try out some ramps and see if I can remember what the hell I did on that one. Let's see now. I think I did something like I used 3 R stacks. Yeah, I used 3 R stacks. I remember that much. I did something like this, maybe? Oops. Thought I put them further over here. I could have swore I had an R stack like right here. Let me see. Let me move some of this stuff. That doesn't seem right either. I know I didn't resize anything to make them smaller. I hate doing that, in fact. I don't feel like these are in the right place. I don't remember exactly where I had them. Let's go right there. Doesn't give me very good flyer coverage, but after they're boosted it will. Something like that. Then did some fatty walls. I do remember that part. And then we tie these together with a boosty boy. See, I'm running out of mana, though. Or running out of DU. What's my highest? My highest was like a 417. But remember, it's not all about the upgrades. It's about the stats. So, I mean, getting something with having a 420 upgrade piece that doesn't have high stat rolls is not as good as having a high stat roll piece, you know? Alright, then we'll... Did I share them here? I think I shared them here, actually. Something like that. I need, what, 32 for DSTs. That leaves me 6. Or I need 36. That only leaves me enough for 2. Let's do this. We can shorten one of these, actually. We'll go like that, and then that leaves me my 36. 4 months is too long? 4 months is too long for what? And we'll go one like that. We'll go one like that. One like that. And one like that. You think 4 months is too long to release a game? I mean, I hear you, dude. The problem is not that it's been 4 months. The problem is that they promised it. You can't make a game in 4 months. That's not realistic. You can't make a game in a year if you want it to be worth a shit. That's not realistic either. You know? And then I think we'll stick with Speedy on this one. The problem that Chromatic is running into is they made promises they couldn't keep. I mean, I waited 18 years to play Halo on a PC. So, I mean, 4 months is not shit, you know? But they also didn't promise that it would be there and then have me wait. Not comparable at the current state. DD2 is a finished product, DDA is not. So you would have to ask that question again in a few years. There, Jay. But yeah, that's their problem. The problem is they promised game delivery, and they couldn't deliver in time. I'm just gonna help out these DSTs over here. We'll have to see if this holds. I think this is similar, at least. It's probably not the exact build I used, but it's definitely going to be similar to what I used. Some reflect beams around these DSTs would be nice too. Well, I mean, if you don't like the art style, then you don't like the art style. But, I mean, do you play games for that? Or do you play games for the content? You know, no wrong answer there. If you only play games that look super pretty, nothing wrong with that. We're all entitled to that, you know? But, I mean, did you put 1,000 hours into Minecraft? Because that's about the ugliest goddamn game out there. I personally put 1,000 hours into Minecraft, so I can't really say, you know. Yeah, for the Monk Summit weapon, you upgrade Elemental. Terraria. That's my biggest mistake with Terraria is I didn't play the game when it first came out because of the way it looked. Literally. Like, I bought the game, I installed it, I played it for about 20 minutes, and I'm like, this game looks like shit. There's no way I'm playing it. And I completely judged the game off of how it looked. And then I had a friend later on that is like, dude, you're just missing out so big on this Terraria stuff. And he tells me, he's like, all right, just do this for me. Play the game, play Terraria for like 3 or 4 hours, and then see what you think about it. And I started playing it, and, 10 hours later. Hates the way Warframe looks? I mean, if you don't like the way Warframe looks, then you're just too damn picky. Warframe's a gorgeous game, I mean, how do you not like the way Warframe looks? Yeah, it's beautiful, Warframe is the best free-to-play game ever made, period. They did such an amazing job with that game. The free-to-play model is awesome. The game itself is awesome. I'm still hung up. I tell this story all the time about my fishing expedition, When Fortuna launched and people were all hard after this higher-end fish in Fortuna, well, I had grinded up the XP. I lost my strength drain over there. I had grinded up the XP, so I had all those fish. And I ended up making like 5,000 or 6,000 platinum in a weekend off of just selling fish. Fish of all things. I ended up making hundreds of dollars in platinum off of fish. Now, obviously, that was the right place at the right time thing. It's not always that easy. And it was a long-ass grindy weekend. Sitting there on the Warframe market, sitting in my dojo, waiting for people to whisper me. But, I mean, I literally made thousands. It was like 5,000 or 6,000 platinum total off of a week. That was an entire weekend, but best fishing I have ever done. Nah, same old mine. Used to grind good ribbons and sold them. I did that with, oh shit, I lost my wall over there, not even paying attention. I did that with, the Catch Moon ribbon, right when the kit guns first launched, and I never got the roll. I ended up putting almost 200 upgrades, or 200 rerolls, and that was a lot of Kuva grinding, man. Holy crap, that was a lot of Kuva grinding. I mean, that was all I did was grind Kuva for like, I don't know, a week and a half straight, maybe 2 weeks. You didn't get 134 rerolls. That Catch Moon ribbon though is my biggest. It's my biggest smackdown in Warframe though. It was awful. This is so terrible. Re-rolling and re-rolling and re-rolling. I mean, that's RNG for you. Back when the Arcaplasmor was the shizzy, I re-rolled my Arca Riven like 4 times, and I had a god roll after like 4 rolls. So, I mean, it goes both ways, But oof, man, when you're grinding it, it is painful. Painful. Gonna do some rebuilding here. So yeah, it looks like, I mean, this is not the exact way I beat it the first time for sure, but it looks like it's gonna hold. Let's see. Get this back up in here. And I lost a strength drain too, right? Oh, these R's aren't getting buffed, are they? They're not. There's part of my problem, I think. I have to sell this buff beam. Should be able to get them both now, right? Where's the seam? Oh no, they were really far apart still. Oh, it's that one that's getting me. Alright, alright. I can adjust for that. And put it up here more. Right there, maybe? I might be able to get him. Let me see. Why did my colors change? Or I guess it's because I'm standing in the R. It didn't really change. Just looks like it. Let me see. Oof. Just short. I mean, I can reposition my walls. Let's get the buff beam down first. How's that? I get them all? Yep. And we'll go. I went 5 on this one, and then 4 on this one, right? Wrong beam. Insufficient. Briar's line of sight. How do I not have line of sight? 'Cause it's on the stair. What the hell, man? Really? I couldn't get it? No. Gonna have to move this. Looks like I got all the RS. There we go. Oh, I'm still not getting it. What the hell? Gotta be getting it there. Yeah, okay. See, your best was a Cronin Riven. Man, Cronin is so beast right now. If you had a good Cronin Riven right now, it would sell for so much. I don't have a Cronin Riven, but I still use the Cronin, and it wrecks. Just wrecks. Now I'm actually using the... I haven't gone and gotten a Kuva... Which one is it? The shotgun. Can't remember what the heck it's called. A comb. I'm using a comb right now, but I haven't gone and gotten a Kuva comb. I really should go get a Kuva comb, but I have yet to do it. I actually haven't killed a Kuva Lich yet. I've got one. He irritates the shit out of me, but I don't have all of those little cards and stuff. My frame rate in game is 130, 140 frames per second right now. Obviously, the stream is not showing that, but because the stream is gated down to 30. But yeah, I mean, I'm over 100 frames right now on stream, or in game, on my screen. It's because I'm trying out 1080p with my potato internet connection, Froggy. It's kind of a test. It's probably doesn't look glorious. You gotta remember it's a live stream, so it's never gonna be as high of quality as an edited video. When I edit videos, or when I record videos for editing, I record them at 28,000 kbps. When I live stream, I'm live streaming at 4,000 kbps. A big quality difference. I mean, Twitch is, like, YouTube doesn't have the upper end caps, but like Twitch's high end cap is 7,500. I'm not sure what you're talking about then. FPS stands for frames per second, right? Or are you talking about the first person shooter mode or something? Something looked a little funky there. But yeah, I mean, my frames per second are running super high. But on stream, I'm only streaming at 30 frames per second. It's the bitrate, it's the video quality, and it's directly tied to your frame rate. That's exactly what it is. Oh, dude, if Warframe cross-save became a thing, Camden, that would become the most popular free-to-play game. Well, I don't know about most popular. There's stuff like League of Legends out there, right? You can't compare to that, but man, if they had cross-save in Warframe, that would be huge. That would be absolutely huge. If they had cross-play, I think it would completely retire Destiny 2. It would blow it out of the water. There's no cross-save on the majority of games. But yeah, there's no cross-save on Warframe. Back when they launched on Switch, they offered people a one-time account copy over to Switch. But there's no regular cross-save going. That's still a very, very new thing in the world of gaming. Very few games have it. It's a matter of Warframe is a really old game. A lot of people don't realize how long Warframe's been out. I mean, in all reality, we're right. You know, where the hell is Warframe 2, right? I mean, Warframe's been around a long time, but they keep putting new content in, so it stays alive. You know. But yeah, that would be ridiculous if they could do that. But at this point, it's a licensing thing. It's not just It's not just the technology; it's the licensing. And licensing agreements cost a lot of money. You know, so the older games that are really popular, like Warframe, Path of Exile, stuff like that, they're just not going to have cross-save potential because of the licensing fees would be enormous. I would love to see a Warframe 2, though. The problem now with Warframe is it's so few and far between when there's a content update. And, I mean, they have to keep releasing new frames, right? Because that's their business model. That's how they pay the bills. But releasing new frames, it would be just like giving us a new hero in Dungeon Defenders. It gives you a different way to do the same thing. So you're still doing the same thing, but you're doing it with a different frame. And, I mean, some people love that stuff. For me personally, I would rather have the content over the additional frame. But I also understand that that's where they make their money, you know. Oh, I'm sure Warframe still makes money on Platinum. I mean, every time somebody gets a 75% off coupon, it's like almost a guaranteed sale. You know, I bought Platinum. I had my, the first 75% off coupon I've had in years as my daily login. Like, I don't know, I want to say like maybe 6 months ago. And I spent a little money. I mean, it's a great game. You know, why would you not support the devs? If you can, you know. For me, it's like it knows. I had like an extra $30, you know, that I could spend that was in my Steam wallet. And I'm like, what should I buy? You know, and I'm looking through all these games, thinking about picking out a new game. I can't figure out what I want, and then I log into Warframe and I get a 75% off coupon as my daily login. It's like, all right, there goes my $30. I debated on... I've got a bunch of platinum now because I had that, but plus I had the leftovers from my little fishing expedition when Fortuna launched. And I debated on buying all of those things I need, all those little different, I can't remember what they're called, Requiem mods. I debated on just buying all those, that way I could kill the Kuva Lich and get them off my screen. I want that Kuva comb. Right now I've got I didn't understand how the Kuva Liches worked, and I've got a Kuva Lich that I just want to get rid of. But I don't have those Requiem mods to kill him. Well, they're super easy if you have the stuff. If you don't have the mods, you can't kill him, you know? Oh, I got all the frames. I'm not worried about being able to kill it. It's just a matter of if you don't have the Requiem mods, you can't kill it. Oh, a whole set of the mods is only 30 platinum? Oh, I thought it was going to cost like hundreds. It's only 30, that's nothing. I'll do that. I got no problem with doing a 30 platinum pay to win on my Kuva Lich. I mean, hell, that ain't shit, right? Oh, well, you don't know what you need, though. I mean, you gotta have the mods to know what you need, is the thing, you know? Or is there a way to find out what you need? Around 10 platinum each? I don't know how many there are. But then afterwards, I want to get a Kuva comb anyway. So, I mean, I would just be getting another Lich right away, so I'll need the other mods anyway, probably. I should just hop on the market and see how much they cost. I don't know how many there are, though. Yeah, I know how the system works. So, I mean, you have to have all the mods to know what mods you need to kill them. Or not necessarily all the mods, but you gotta, you know, there's that trial and error period. If there was a way just to know what mods you needed, I would jump right on that. I would not have that. I would not have that Kuva Lich yelling at me every time I log in. He'd be dead. Yeah, there's soft caps on everything, Thomas. The soft caps for boost and skill are really low. For skill, it's like down in the 800 range, and then for boost, it's like 1800. So I mean, in Massacre gear, you're going to be way past the soft caps, you know. But you still get a lot of value from it. It's just not like you get per point early on. Oh, if I had some hacks going, it wouldn't be going anywhere near this rough. There, DJ. I mean, I had lost a wall last wave. If I had the hacks going, there would be no walls losing, that's for damn sure. Infinite health walls, yes please. +1. Ogre's all up in here. Nah, somebody was asking for a Ramparts build. Oh, so it is possible to get lucky? Camden? I didn't know. I mean, I've never actually done it. I've watched how to do it, but I've never actually done it myself. The wall getting a little squished over there, but I think these ogres will be all dead in time. About half. I don't have enough to upgrade it. I could probably snag enough to upgrade it though. Did I get it? Nope. There we go. That'll certainly be enough. Damn, 300 platinum? That's crazy. That's big dollars there. Big dollars for the Requiem mods. I really, really like Mag Prime. I can tell you that that's not my most used frame, though. I use Mirage Prime more than anyone else. And then, you know, it just depends on what you're doing now. But I do really, really like Mag. That's the thing, is you don't even want a genie from here. Angus, you want to get your genie from Throne Room. The genie here will be low quality compared to what you get on Throne Room. Playing some DD1 redo, very, very nice. Gonna lose that strength drain again, aren't I? Oh, whoa, whoa. Wow, that one was close. Derping around. Paying all kinds of attention here. Well, I mean, Mesa is just instant fun. It's I don't know anyone that dislikes Mesa. I mean, how do you not love Mesa, right? It's like aimbot. The one button aimbot of doom. I mean, you want to do it once just to get to completion. There's a Wave 23 start, so definitely not the most flawless run, but there are builds on the planner for it as well. I can tell you the first build I did when I had really low stats, I did the stacks over here. I only did 2 aura stacks, so like this one wasn't here. And I had 1 aura stack here. And then I stacked all of my DSTs and stuff right here. And I used Flame Burst as well. I think I did like 3 DSTs and 3 Flame Burst. Something like that. But the benefit you have by doing this is you can ignore the copters. Because if you go with a Reflect Beam on top of these gargoyles, and then a Reflect Beam on top of these gargoyles, you can just sit here and AFK, and the copters suicide, they kill themselves. Excalibur Prime is a vaulted frame that has never returned, as far as I know, John. So no one has it. Like an Excalibur Prime that's not cooked yet would be extremely valuable. If they're even a thing anymore. But yeah, you can do this and then ignore all the copters. And then the copters will drop their ogres off, and then they'll come suicide on these reflects. Because the reflects can't hit you. Or I mean, the rockets can't hit you. And the reflects are up so high in the air that they're just going to bounce right back. You get great coverage. Oh, is that what it was? PC exclusive to people who donated big bucks during alpha? Ouch, I didn't know that. Was not aware of that one. Anyway, y'all, that is going to get it for me for today. I'm going to get some recording done. For those that are playing DD1, there is a DD1 community event. Not this weekend coming up, but the next weekend after. Or not this weekend that we're currently in. It's Friday night right now, right? So it'll be next weekend. But I'll be putting up a video going through all the details of it. Something, you know, obviously you definitely want to check out. The community events in DD1 are all good shit. Good stuff, 100%. But anyway, y'all, thank you all so much for hanging out. I do appreciate it. There might be like I said, I've got another stream alternative I'm going to look at. So there could potentially be a later night stream tonight on Twitch, but I'm not super positive about it because I'd have to set it all up and check it all out first and all that stuff. But anyway, hopefully everyone's having a fantastic start to the weekend. Oh man, Sith Phil has got Excalibur Prime. I'm gonna have to. I'll have to follow behind you and drool one day because all I've got is the Umbra. But anyway, thanks a ton, everybody. Hopefully everyone's having a great weekend. If you're not already, make sure you join me on Discord. And we would love to have you there. It's the easiest way to get in contact with me. Anybody ever wants to. But anyway, thanks a ton. Have a good one. If I am live later on tonight, it will be over on Twitch so I can test some things out. And I'll see you all next time. Take it easy.